Ladies in red. Ladies in red. Ladies in red. Discuss the latest news, just fans giving their views. This channel is red. They see the bar and raise it, plus they rep for the ladies. Trust it's red. Female voices in football. Red. If you want to talk up, it's a red channel for me and you. Subscribe and tune in to the ladies in red.
Hi guys, welcome back to Ladies in Red. I'm joined by the talented Zeo. Lots to talk about as usual. Lots to talk about. But firstly, we pulled the video after Donny, Zeo, and obviously we're going to delve into that. But before we get started, how are you doing? And thank you again for joining me.
I'm roasting, but I'm loving it because the UK's feeling like Jamaica right now, and that's how I want it to feel. Even though I ain't got the aircon to match, but yeah, loving it. Who else is loving the weather? I know Bear of you are going to say that you wish it was cold, innit?
You know what? I love the weather, but the thing that annoys me is why didn't do this in the summer holidays? Obviously, we've gone back this week, and all of a sudden there's a heat wave. We were promised this weeks ago. Where's it been at? That's the only thing I'd say about it. But I can never complain that when it's sunny like this, puts you in a good mood. Pictures of Ronaldo in training today puts me in a good mood as well. I can't wait to talk about that with you, Zeo. But firstly, Donny Van De Beek, he joined Real Ferdinand and Donny's Channel 5 with a little bit of an interview. And to be honest with you, I thought he came across really, really well in that interview. Could have quite easily come out and stropped and moaned about Ollie and whatnot. He was really respectful towards him, towards the club. And two quotes that stood out to me. One was that he was asked whether he could play the number 8 or the number 6, and he said, yes, I can. From a time at Ajax, people know me. I often played the 10, but I can also play as an 8 or as a number 6 as well. And he sees himself in this United team fitting in at a number 8 or a number 6. So that's the first one. And the second one, he said, Solskjaer told me, I want you to stay here, obviously, after the rumours he'd be leaving in January. And he said that he needs to trust him. So Ollie's told Donny he wants to stay. And Ollie's returned that and said, I need to trust him. I need to trust his judgment and hope that I get some game time. What's your thoughts on Donny's comments, Zeo?
I'm really sorry. I've just spilled KA all over my room. So, yeah, thoughts on the comments. This is going to get bare sticky in it. I'm going to get bare ants. Donny's comments. So I find that really strange. It's really strange to me that it's like he was almost it was like he agreed that he shouldn't be playing. It was really weird.
I don't think he really shouldn't be playing, but I think he was more like, you know what, I'm patient, I'm being professional, I'm going to bide my time, and hopefully my time will come. He wasn't showing any, urgency, do you know what I mean? If I don't play soon, I'm going to leave kind of thing. He was more... Yeah. I think he came across really well. He seems to have the right attitude. To stay positive after the lack of minutes he's had. A big credit to him. I'm going to see you, Rahul. I hope you're doing good. We managed to move it to 7 o'clock. Zeo was available at 7. So you're available to join us, which is brilliant. Jamal, thank you so much for that super chat. He says, big up to Sophie. Thank you for your content. Helped me massively. I've had the past 6 months of hell, personal issues. The worst is behind me and on the up. Well, I'm so glad that you're on the way up. And obviously, that's what we're here for. We want to put a smile on your face. And I'm glad that my content has made you that bit happier. And like I say, the fact that it's on the way up now, I'm really, really happy to hear that. Good news. Stay positive. And like I say, we're always here for you over on Ladies in Red, definitely. But yeah, in terms of Donny's positive mental attitude, you have to respect it, Zeo. After the time that he's had so far at United, to stay that positive, I think it's a credit to him.
I do respect his positive attitude. What I found weird is the comment where he said something like, Ali has said that he's seen a difference in me at training or something like that. And I felt like that was kind of like, if I said something like that, it's like I'm sort of admitting, yeah, I get why you wasn't playing me and now I've improved. That's what I kind of take from that. That doesn't mean that's what it means, but that's what I take from that. And I find that strange. But it's good that he's got a positive attitude. Hopefully Ollie isn't just saying what he needs to say to keep him there just in case. And Ollie means what he's saying. Because if he does, that is very exciting for us fans. Because that means we're going to see Donny Van De Beek come in at some point. But great professional. And he's the type of player that you want at your team. Like after all this time, open interview, not even a Man United interview. It's like with Rio, he could have said anything, man. Like could have dropped any kind of hint. He could have been horrible.
Exactly, and that's what I mean. I like it. He's obviously got the right attitude for it. And we all sit here and we always say we hope it comes good for Donny. We hope that he gets some minutes because we all think he's a talented player. And it seems to me that he's got the right attitude to go with that as well. And I just do hope that his time does come. And I think it will. I really do think it will. I don't know what's taking so long, to be honest, in terms of why Ollie hasn't done it so far, but I would love to see Donny in there with McTominay, to be fair, as a pivot. I want to see that pivot. I want to see if that works. I don't feel like we've really tried that. Alex, good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Good evening to Zoe as well. Big up to yourself. Hope you're good. Good evening to Curlers. Good evening to Lawbreaker. Even to One Rovers, let's keep smashing the content. Hope you are both well. Hashtag free Donny. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you tuning in. And Jamal, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate it. It says, lovely Sophie, your football knowledge is amazing. 100. Thank you so much for that. That's really kind. But in terms of Donny, where, like, say if he does get minutes, where do you see him fitting in then? Like, in your ideal opinion, where does Donny slot into this team? Because it's a bit of a headache for Ollie, isn't it?
I'd like to see him play where Fred plays and see what. I don't know if he can do the job that we would need him to do in there, but I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah.
Because I think he can do it. I think if you tell him to do it, he will do it, and he'll be disciplined in there. And his passing's great. He's quick with his passing. Most of it's one touch. Every time that guy passes, it's almost one touch. When he takes 2 touches, I'm in shock. So I feel like in that position, I would like to see. Obviously, Ollie knows better than me, really. Ollie knows better than me. Ollie sees him. Ollie's probably put him in that position in a test match, in training or whatever. So I would like to think he knows better than me, but if it was me, that's where I would want to put him and see, because I don't think you could do worse than Fred. And I'll keep coming with the same talk, but yeah.
This Fred agenda, it's growing, Zeo, it's growing.
Where would you put him?
Where would I put him? Like I just said, to be fair, I think I'd like to see, someone's just put in the chat what I'd like to see, and I'll flash it up in a second. Firstly, Aikavin, hello to you. I'm good, thank you. Says big up to Zeo, and I'm sad that I missed a few of the ECL gaming episodes, but I will be back soon. No problem at all, and I'm just glad that you're doing all right, and thank you for tuning in. In terms of the midfield that I would like to see, Zeo, where's this comment? Oh, it's from Rahul here. I want to see this.
Scott, Donny, and Bruno.
That's what I want to see. And then Pogba out left.
Right.
And I know he's sacrificing it. We've got so many attackers, and I guess that's the headache for Ollie, and that's why I'm not paying.
So finish that team off. You finish it off, and Rahul, you finish it off as well, because I get you, but I want to see how you finish that team off.
I think it's based on form. I think you have to say it's based on form. Look, realistically, Ronaldo slots straight in a centre forward. You don't drop Ronaldo, okay?
Okay, so finish it off today. Today, yeah.
Today I'll go Pogba.
Oh no, wait, sorry, wait. And Rashford's not injured. Carry on.
I'll still go in form. I ain't seen Rashford play this season, and he didn't finish last season as well. So I would go Pogba. Well, you're brutal. Pogba, Ronaldo, and I'll go Greenwood on the right. And I know everyone's like, oh, we paid money for Sancho and that, but for me, Sancho at the minute doesn't deserve to be in there over Greenwood or over Pogba. And I know that's harsh, but like I said, that's why Solskjaer's paid good money to make these big decisions. That's why we've got squad depth, isn't it? People are always going to miss out with having people ready to come on. So that's what I would do. Okay. And Rahul and anyone else in the chat, let me know as well.
Yeah,
I would like to see that trio, to be honest with you. Hey, would you say if that was the midfield, then what would your front three be?
Ooh, it would be
exactly. I'm throwing it back at you. Rashford isn't injured as well. I'm throwing that back at you.
See, Rashford not injured for me. I feel like he has to be in the team. Oh God,
Ronaldo. Surely it has to be on form though. Like it has to be, doesn't it? And I get what you're saying, but Rashford didn't exactly finish last season amazingly well, did he? And I know we needed a rest. And
it's a bit boring if I say the same as you. So, like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Rashford, Ronaldo. Oh, I'm gonna drop my favorite player in the world. I am, ain't I? Yeah, I'm gonna go Rashford, Ronaldo, Greenwood, and then as soon as someone doesn't play well, as soon as Pogba's back,
it's got to be like that. That's why competition has to be like, you know what I mean? It's got to be competition, and that's why you sign these big players. And that's why people obviously question the Ronaldo one, because Ollie's got a lot of people to keep happy. And that's quite a big job. And so far, to be fair, his man management has been superb. We've said how much the morale seems better at United. But with these big characters coming in, like there's a lot more players that he's got to juggle with now. It's an interesting one. Alex, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate your support. It's interesting that every player never says a bad thing about Ollie, regardless of results or whether the players are getting game time. That needs noting.
That is amazing.
Exactly. Like we just said it, I think his man management, to be fair, is fantastic. Like no player seems to grumble about him. Seems to get on with everybody. Even players like Martial, who haven't really been playing a lot, who's probably known as being more of a stroppy player, a player who might sulk at not playing. It seems like he wants to prove himself to Ollie, and I think Ollie deserves a lot of credit for the man management in the dressing room, 100%. But Ronaldo coming into that does make it a bit more interesting, definitely. And thank you so much to you, Rahul. He said he would go with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane. Still mad seeing Varane in that back four, by the way. I still can't quite get my head around that. Maguire, Luke Shaw, McTominay, Donny Van De Beek, Bruno, Pogba, either Ronaldo or Cavani, and then Greenwood on the right. Mad. Cavani's going to rotate in with Ronaldo, isn't he? That's what's going to happen. But how would you say if that was the team that went out against Newcastle, for example? How would you feel about that?
That'd be mega exciting. That'd be mega. That would be the team that everyone wants to see. Yeah, that's what everyone wants to see.
And you know what? We might try it. And you might think, no, this isn't working. But at least we've tried it. Like, I don't feel we've really tried that. And for me, McTominay and Van De Beek seem like two players who might actually give us good balance in that midfield, because McTominay, we know, like them driving runs, but I'd like to think that Donny's an intelligent player and he would know to sit him, for example. Do you know what I mean? He's not
Yeah,
a
you would
headless
know
chicken.
when to
I
go and
think
when
he's
to stay.
intelligent.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part of his game is intelligence. You mentioned his 1-2 touch passing. Like, he could easily spring counter attacks, being more direct. He always looks forward when he's got the ball from whenever I've seen Donny play. And he keeps it ticking over. And that's what you want your CDM to do. I think with Fred, obviously, we know he takes 1-2 touches or he tries a bad pass that's never going to come off and he loses the ball too quickly. Donny'd be a lot more disciplined in there and we'd have a lot more control on the ball. I don't think we dominate and control midfield because our ball, we just don't retain the ball in there, do we?
No, and I don't get it because I feel like when Donny has played, I have seen him throw himself into tackles and I have seen him like a pit bull terrier around players and stuff like that. Like, and that's what Fred does. So I don't get why Donny hasn't had the chance to do it with his better ball control and better passing. But
exactly.
I'm not Ollie.
Even as a Palace fan, Donny's interview was thrilling to listen to. Big up Soph and Zeo. Thank you so much, Eagle Eyed Football. Hope you are doing well. And let me know your thoughts on Palace so far this season as well. How do you think they're doing? But moving on from Donny for a second, Cristiano Ronaldo, we just mentioned about squad balance and keeping people happy and whatnot. He had to quarantine, and then obviously he's just started training today. There's dates on whether he start, but for me, if you're signing Cristiano Ronaldo, he walks straight into that starting lineup. I don't care.
Ollie won't do that though, will he? Ollie won't do that.
He can't not. He can't not. Yeah, I think he'll walk straight in. Definitely. I think Ollie even said you don't sign Cristiano Ronaldo and don't play him. He'll play. He's already started training today. Seeing the pictures, I don't know about you, but it still feels surreal to me. Even seeing him in the pictures, even seeing him walking out with Mata today at Carrington. It still blows my mind thinking he's at United. I cannot believe it's here.
Mata whispering, yo, Ronaldo, tell him that me and you are a duo that we have to both play.
The link up. Look at that link
best friends. Me and Ronaldo are best friends. Did you?
And Delo, these are pictures of Delo looking at Ronaldo as well.
I didn't see that one though. Everyone's ticket back in. Everyone's ticket back into the team. When I saw it, it just looked amazing. It looked like that. You know, I always say Ronaldo is if aliens came and said, "What's a football player?" The perfect shape, perfect everything football player. It's Ronaldo. Messi's a sick player, but he doesn't look like a football player. Ronaldo looks like the perfect
machine,
sports specimen as a football player. He's like, he looks like a statue.
He looks not like the statue that was built for him, though. He doesn't look like that statue. Do you remember that?
No.
Like it all melted. That thing. Oh,
I remember a Beckham one. I remember a Beckham one.
There was a Ronaldo statue. It was pretty dreadful, to be fair.
Oh, no, I do remember it. Do you remember it? Yeah, I do.
Nothing like him. Shocking. Natty P says, honestly, this is a good point, to be fair. I honestly think Ollie is keeping Van De Beek ready for when Pogba leaves next season. It's a bit unfair on Donny Van De Beek. I guess he's just sitting there waiting.
But then
there is that. Do you think that's why maybe? Of course, but in the background, if we don't know obviously what's going on, and if Pogba said he's leaving, he hasn't signed that new deal. Do you reckon Ollie's had a word with Donny and said, look, we want to keep you because you're going to be replacing Pogba next season. That's why we want you to stay. Do you know what I mean? If you're Donny, are you buying that as well? Because Pogba could sign that deal. He could still sign that deal.
I feel like you've got further in a football career than I have. Would a manager sit you down and say something like that? Could you imagine it? I don't know.
You know what? Weirder things have happened in football. That's all I'm going to say. Weirder things have happened. But for me, if that was the case, then surely a loan would have been okay. If he's not going to get any minutes, then a loan would have sufficed.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially if I think Everton were rumoured to be in talks or interested in Donny.
That would have been amazing.
We'd have seen him playing regular football, obviously in the Premier League, getting more used to the league and whatnot. But yeah, so the fact that Ollie's told him to stay, he's got to play him. He's got to give him minutes. Surely you don't promise a player that, especially if he had the chance to go. Jamal, thank you so much for that. It's really, really kind. I really do appreciate it. Says, followed you since joining United Stand. Amazing fan cams. Your channel grown to new heights. I'm a Chelsea fan, rival fan, but I love listening to you. If you go to games, can you do fan cams with Flex United View? Miss you on the fan cams. Thank you so much, and I definitely can. Obviously, I do keep in touch with Flex. He's hopefully coming on here soon as well. But yeah, if I'm at games and Flex is there, of course, I would definitely pop in there and say hello as well. Yeah, but thank you so much for the continued support. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, I see everybody who joins in the chat and I try and read out as many as I can. This channel is nothing about you guys, and the community that we've built is just fantastic. So thank you so much. And we'll keep going with the content, definitely. Eagle is happy with what Palace have done so far. So obviously, I think Vieira there, that's mad as well. Like this, anything to do with football, this transfer window and all this past season, it's been crazy. Absolutely mad.
Was it you asked me if there's been a madder transfer window?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think there has. It's been nuts.
It has been crazy. It's been class though, to be fair. Obviously, because big moves like Messi to PSG, for example, and Ramos, and obviously Varane to us, and Lukaku to Chelsea, all ready for when the fans come back. Like, obviously they missed it so much, but then also coming back to these new players as well, these superstars. Like, it just made it even better. The fact the fans are back for me, it just added to it. But yeah, Ronaldo back in training. Do you think he'll start? You said you can't see it happening. I think he walked straight in personally, especially after that Ollie quote.
Anything you say, yeah, is. So I need to finish it. Everyone in this thing should know. Anything Sophie says, yeah, that's what it is.
Don't ask me for no lottery numbers or anything like that. So, but yeah.
Anything United related, that's what it is. So Sophie, is Ronaldo going to start?
Yes.
Okay, he's starting. That's it. I'm going to tweet you if he doesn't know. I'm going to tweet you if he doesn't.
Everyone's already clipping this. I can feel it happening. People are already clipping this. Rahul said we need Soph vlogs. Yeah, they will be back. My vlogs, obviously, from me playing football. Obviously, I play every Sunday again now. I'm back to playing. So I'm going to do some match day vlogs and me, like life of a female footballer, if you guys are interested in that. Obviously, me and Meg are going to be doing some football content as well. Meg's had a few injuries over the last few weeks. I was talking to her yesterday, but she will be back with us on here as well. Niall said there, hopefully, Ronaldo plays on Sunday. Hopefully. Everyone's saying it'd be at Sophie if he doesn't start. Everyone's going to be at my neck, definitely. I'm genuinely more excited about Varane than Cristiano Ronaldo. We have been calling out for that level of a CDM since Vidic, a centre-back, maybe you're referring to there, centre-back. But yeah, I think Varane, I said to you, Sancho coming in, obviously, for me, Sancho's still got to prove himself to me, and I know he's a big lump sum of money, very rated talent, but I didn't watch much of the Bundesliga, so I'm not going to sit here and lie. I think he's still got to prove to me.
He's been completely overshadowed with the other signings, hasn't he? Even though he's the most expensive one.
But to be fair, I'm not sitting here expecting him to do a miracle straight away. He's obviously got to settle in the league. It's a new team and stuff, and I think we've got to be patient with him.
I see it as a good thing that that's happened, because if it was just Sancho, imagine the pressure. Already people would be at his neck already with the little minutes he's had. So I think Ronaldo and that coming in, and Varane, that took all the pressure off Sancho. So hopefully he starts getting into his stride, and yeah, he's got pressure on him, don't get me wrong, but not like how Ronaldo and Varane are going to have it.
Yeah, I do think he'll come good, but amongst all that, like I always said, Varane signing. I wanted Varane for years. I remember being linked with him in Bengal times. Obviously, Fergie wanted him back in the day as well. He's a player that I've always wanted, so he's finally here. And the fact that Ronaldo and Sancho have joined him as well, I think is absolutely crazy. So yeah, I was really excited by the Varane signing. I have to agree, but obviously it's Ronaldo and it's Ronaldo. You can't not get excited at that. I'm still smiling about it. I still can't believe every time I see a picture and that little picture of Ollie as well, putting his finger, looking like a right PE teacher talking to that. I like that. That made me laugh. Alex, thank you so much for that. He says, thoughts on what happened during Brazil-Argentina. Did you see this, yo?
Is that where the guy come on and arrested people?
Yeah, detained. I think it was like 4 players, wasn't it? You know what baffles me about this, yeah? Like, literally, they've probably been training. They've probably stayed in a hotel together the day before. They've obviously been in the changing rooms all before the game. And they'll wait until the match was 6 or 7 minutes in before they think, actually, no, this can't happen.
Someone was watching the match and being like, hold on a minute. He said he was coming to visit family.
You know what I mean? Like 6 or 7 minutes in, this could have been done before.
Have you ever been to the airport? Shocking. You ever been to the airport and you get there and they go, oh, is it business or pleasure?
Yeah.
They said pleasure. And the man who was on the desk that day is like, nah, that man are lying. Yo.
They're literally on TV playing football. Can't even hide, can you? No, I think it was shocking. The fact that it couldn't be done beforehand as well. Obviously, I don't know the full regulations and stuff like that, but to be 6 or 7 minutes in and then for these blokes in masks to come running out and just be like, no, stop, like, take the football, you know what I mean? Small sports. I don't, yeah, mad.
You could have waited till the game to finish, innit? Really? Where
exactly.
They're going to go?
They've already been in the changing rooms together and everything. So they've already been obviously at risk. So
where are they going to go in the 90 minutes? You could have waited, yeah.
I don't know. Just imagine one of them stepping up to take a corner and it's being dragged away by a health official. You know what I mean? Mad. Niall, I said my games are on Sunday. Obviously, yeah, we are playing on Saturday, but I meant my games for Kidderminster Harriers are on Sunday. So that I apologise for any confusion there. Kanuna Kylan, thank you so much. It's been a while since I've seen you. I appreciate you tuning in and thank you for the super chat.
Says
love Ronnie.
Say that name again.
Kanuna Kylan. I've learnt it. Don't you worry.
Oh my God, you're a G. What language is that? Do you know?
Let us know, Kanuna Kylan. But yeah, I remember the first few times it took me a while and now I've got it. I nailed it. I've got it. I hope I have anyway. It says, love Ronnie, but God, do I hate him for breaking out Irish hearts. Also need to watch his temper. Walked out of an Irish interview, unprofessional. I saw him walking off from that interview, actually. I don't know if he meant it, though. I don't know if you meant it. I don't know if you saw it. He's kind of talking, and then he just kind of went and then carried on and walked off. Like while the bloke was still trying to ask questions. I did see that, but his 2 goals against Ireland, honestly, it's the fact that he like lifted all the fans of that just before. I don't know if you watched it. I watched it. I was on Ronaldo camp because obviously I had to see him playing. And just before Andy, literally, obviously, everyone was a bit restless in the stadium. Portugal obviously were behind, and he's there lifting all the fans and stuff. And then literally just after that, he scores the equaliser. And you just felt he was going to do it. And the second header, the power he got behind it as well, class.
Is that the one where he broke the record in? Is that the match where he broke the record? Yeah. I saw the highlights.
Yeah, mad. I mean, like I say, the way that he changed the game, like he said, in a matter of 5 minutes, just shows you what he can do. And some people still question what he can bring to this United team and what he can bring to the Premier League, even at his age and Zeo.
Nuts. He's doing that at international level. I saw the thing the other day where it had all the people who had the records of all the goals and what it is now. And it's one name for every record.
Mad. So, silencing the haters, that's all he does. Shuts the haters down every single time. Big up to Acid, said, evening, Soph, Zeo. Sorry I'm late. Evening, Zoe, Rahul, Curlers, and everyone else in the chat. Good evening to you, Acid, and no worries about being late. I hope you are doing well. Thoughts on the fact that all 3 p.m. games on a Saturday are never allowed to be shown live in the UK, and thus Man United fans, obviously, in the UK will not be able to see his second debut legally. Madness. It's
madness. I don't want to say too much to get myself in trouble, but I always I get mad about this. So to the point where I wouldn't, You
know what, as well? Through all lockdown, you know, when they were letting people watch games and they were streaming 3 p.m. games for free. It's just frustrating because you know they can do it.
They can do it. That's what I mean.
You know what I mean? They can do it easily. They did it through lockdown. So why can't they do it now?
Other countries get all the matches, including 3 o'clock games, and they only have to pay $5.
Mad. I remember being in America. I forgot who United were playing at the time. I forgot who it was. But I obviously really wanted to watch the United game, and I was thinking I really need to see United game. And I was going on my phone. I was trying to find streams and whatnot, and it just wasn't working. Turned on the TV in America. It was just literally on the telly. I was like, oh, I can just watch it. Like, it's mad. Like,
so because we love it so much, we want them to pay £40 for Sky, like £30 for BT, and then let's throw Amazon Prime in there sometimes as well. Like, and then pay your TV license as well to get the BBC game. Sorry, like just because we love it. Like, surely you should reward the people that love it and give us the whatever, isn't it? Just whatever.
Mad.
It's sad.
And then so we said there, they show 1 or 2 3 p.m. games in Ireland. Don't get why the UK did it in lockdown and can't do it now.
Sad.
They're going to try and get money out of people, aren't they? That's basically what they're going to do. They're going to start charging stupid money probably to watch per 3 p.m. kickoff. And it's frustrating because, like I said, they've already proved they can do it. They did it in lockdown. Yeah, it is annoying. It's very annoying. And obviously, I'm sure many people will still find a way to watch the Ronaldo debut. But it's a shame that you have to find a way, isn't it? Like, it should just be accessible to you. But unfortunately, it's not. Rahul says Donny has scored against Real Madrid, Chelsea, Tottenham, and Juventus. I'm not buying his theory that he needs to learn to play like the Burnley and Arsenal. Well, if my FIFA career mode is anything to go by, Burnley are one of the worst teams you could play against. I lost to Burnley yesterday again.
Rahul reminded me of something I thought as well. The guy was in the Champions League final before he came to us. Was he not?
And he had a big part of getting Ajax to that final.
He was a massive part of that. Yeah. So when I'm hearing that he had to show something in training, that confused me a bit as well, because like our midfield, no one in that midfield was good enough for it. Well, Bruno not included. Our people in his position were nowhere near as good enough to get into a Champions League final. So or was it semi? Ashley said it was a semi. Either way, he was a massive part of Ajax getting there, and it was just amazing. Like, that team was sick, and he was an integral part of it. So it's just weird. It's like I don't like to put Ali down because I like him, but it's like he wants him to play a completely different way when I feel like we should be more playing the way they were.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, 100%. And how can you prove yourself when you're not getting a number of games anyway?
Yeah.
Like, bit parts here and there that he's never going to get confidence, he's never going to get consistency in his game unless he does something mad coming off the bench. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a bit of an unfair way to judge him as well, I think. I think you need a run of games. The out-of-date rule about 3 p.m. games is based on the idea that if fans are able to watch a 3 p.m. Premier League game on TV, this will affect attendances to lower league games and non-league games. It is an archaic rule.
I'm trying to think how that even used to happen.
So basically, rather than people thinking I'm watching it, they want to go and watch Saturday afternoon football. Well, realistically, let's be honest, people just find streams and watch the games at home anyway.
So
Do you know what I
by
mean?
not putting it on at 3, people were more likely to go and watch their local lower league team and then come home and watch like the 5 o'clock
Yeah.
one. Right.
Yeah. Oh, I still haven't got it. I thought I had it. I still haven't got it. Kalina Koinen, I need some. I need you to spell
Send
it
a
out
voice
exactly
clip.
how it's said, or a voice clip. Yeah. She says I haven't got it, but God loves to try. I'll keep trying. If she was
Finnish.
interested about my username, it's Finnish, and their names are badass.
It is a sick name.
To be fair.
It's a very sick
It is.
name.
It
It's
is a
very
good
sick.
name. And thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, I know Saturday afternoon games are obviously 3 o'clock, but like I say, realistically, does this affect it? No, because people maybe back in the day it did when you couldn't get illegal streams or whatnot, but realistically, that's what people do nowadays.
Do you
isn't
know
it? They
what?
don't-
Maybe it still does, because I do know a lot of people that ask me how I'm watching something. Like a lot of people, and they're older.
Yeah,
The older people always.
yeah,
So maybe it does kind of, but come on, man.
mad. Every Premier League match is free to watch in India. It's crazy. It's so expensive there.
Yo,
it's mad
have
when
you,
we're literally the home of the Premier League, and that's what I mean. It's all a money thing, isn't it? It's all just a
yo, you
a
got a
money
room I
spinner.
can rent. You got from September to May. You got a room for me.
No, imagine how easy it'd be if you could just watch every single game and have to worry about where you're going to watch it. That would
Jeez,
just be
man.
perfect. You know what I mean? That'd be perfect. But we move on anyway. Player of the month, Mason Greenwood, star
No
boy.
surprise.
You're not surprised by that, Zeo? No, I think
No
it is well
surprise.
deserved.
Well deserved. No surprise. Who else? Who else come close? Try to think. Close. Pogba close.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Pogba had to be up there. 100%. He had to be up there. And Rahul said, yes, bro, come over. Lol. Yeah, I think Pogba had to be up there, but Greenwood is so clinical in front of goal. Scored an important goal, obviously, against Wolves. It's started this season on fire. We said that not getting that England squad, especially obviously for the Euros in the summer, that break has helped him. Had a good pre-season. And we said that this will be a big season for him now to try to basically put his name on that number 9, because we know that he wants to be a future number 9 at United. And he started quality. He's been absolutely on fire. So confident on the ball. And even in games where you probably say he hasn't influenced too much, I guarantee he's still come out with a goal. Do you know what I mean? It's these key moments, isn't it?
I find him really dependable. I feel like he's really tidy on the ball as well. Like even last season when some of the older players were losing it and stuff, I found that Mason Greenwood was always tidy on the ball. Whenever he took on players, he always seems to get past them and get clean through. And like when he turns and chops, he knows to get the shot off, and he only does it in the right places and things like that. And I feel like Mason Greenwood was a really dependable player, and for his age to be doing that already and to be so sensible. I know he probably angers other players in the box a little bit, but that's the place where he should be doing that. That's the place where what's his name, Van Persie and Van Nistelrooy, they used to annoy people in the box because I'm in the box. This is my territory now, and that's what Mason Greenwood should have as his attitude. So I do you know what I remember? There was one where we had a counter attack, and Mason Greenwood was running down the left with the ball on the counter attack, and he crossed it in for Bruno, and Bruno scored. And I just thought, how did you find that ball? I didn't even know Mason had that in his locker to run and like
he's very mature, isn't it? Like for his age, he's mature the way he plays.
Like he's really dependable, and when he does lose the ball, he never angers me because I just think you've done like 9, 10 things before that have been spot on. So I love Mason Greenwood.
I think dependable is a good word.
Yeah,
I mean, we said it about one of his goals earlier on in the season against Leeds, where if that's Rashford in that position, we don't feel 100% that he's going to score. We have a bit of doubt. But with Greenwood, I don't really have that doubt in my mind. I think he's going to hit the back of the net.
Yeah,
and that just shows how clinical. I know Maguire said in training you can't give him a yard because you know the ball's going to be in the back of the net. He said his finishing is that good. His finishing is class. It is top class, definitely.
2 feet.
And seeing him playing with the likes of Ronaldo, obviously we already know the Cavani impact that he's had on him. He's just going to grow as a player. And I mean, what a better way to develop playing with the likes of Ronaldo. It's just madness, isn't it? So
I don't know about that reckless comment there, though. I don't know about that one. Yeah.
Did you see that volley from Haaland?
Yes.
Circulating on Twitter.
And he just laughs at it like, haha, like it's nothing. I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Haaland, I think, is class. Absolute class. And if he did get me,
imagine having both of them two with their bullet feet. Oh my God.
Bullet feet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, imagine. That's what we got to just imagine it. But yeah, crazy to think that Haaland could be heading to the Premier League. I'd love him to head to United. We wait and see. But people think Ronaldo coming in maybe has jeopardised that a little bit. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think we could still end up signing Haaland even though we've got Cristiano?
I don't think we'd get Haaland whether we had Ronaldo or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you see him going?
I feel like PSG will get him if they get rid of Mbappe, if he goes there, because I don't know if he's. You have to be a certain type of player to go to that team, I think.
Yeah.
And
Obviously,
Premier
you got
League
Madrid,
wise,
City, yeah, Premier League wise, Chelsea.
Madrid and PSG are always options for anybody. Any player can end up in them teams. But Premier League wise, City didn't really do what they wanted to do, did they?
Yeah.
So I feel
They
like
need a striker.
Yeah, I feel like next season, or not January, it won't happen then. Next season, they could go in for him really strongly.
Well, they probably sign his contract in January, though. That could happen.
Right,
because his contract's up.
Yeah, and I feel like City, yeah, they held out for something, or well, they lost out, I'd say, because they tried to get Ronaldo, and I think they tried to get Messi. So yeah. I think I think if City and United want him, he's going to City. I think.
You know what I think? Lewandowski obviously said he wants to leave Bayern Munich. We've seen in the past many players switching from obviously Dortmund to Munich. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in a Bayern Munich shirt as well, to be honest with you. And if he's not at United, I think I'd rather him go to Bayern Munich, to be fair.
Is Bayern Munich the big money transfer?
It's not. It's. I think for him, that's progress in his career because look, Munich Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Bundesliga, 9 times out of 10, they're going to win it.
It's just his agent as well, though, isn't it? Like, he wants big money.
Yeah. So, but with his contract being up, he's going to have a choice, isn't he? He's going to have a choice of where he goes to. City has to be tempting for him, you'd think, with them not getting a striker this summer as well.
I feel like even with his contract up, this could be me silly saying this, but it'll still cost a lot more than players in a 5-year contract deal. Like, I feel like the amount you're going to have to give to him and Riola, I feel like, it's going to be like you signing a player that's in a contract.
Yeah. Before Ronaldo was coming, I was thinking, Haaland, we're going to go all out for him. Obviously, Ollie's worked with him in the past. Didn't think we're definitely going to get him, but I thought we were going to go all out for him. And now, I don't know if we would be so pushed on going all out for him because we'd be thinking, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo here, we've got Greenwood coming through as well. Do you know what I mean? Realistically, if we get Haaland in, is that going to hinder the progression of Greenwood down the line? Because we don't want that either. And I think that's something that you have to think about. Because we all talk about Greenwood here like he's the next big thing and that, but obviously, like I say, if you get someone like Haaland, does that then limit his time in that 9 position? Do you know what I mean? I think you have to think about other players.
Ronaldo's a must play for 2 years.
Because Ronaldo's there as well. Exactly.
2 years he has to play for, and Haaland is going to be a must play. So it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I think with Greenwood as well, and we know we can play any of the front three. Of course he can, but ideally for me, he wants that central position. He's a striker, isn't he? Natty P said that I think we would have got Haaland next summer without Ronaldo, and players talked about it in the press conferences. He went and he got. Yeah, like I say, I think Ronaldo coming in maybe changes the complexion on that a little bit. I did feel like maybe we'd go all out for him, but Greenwood's going to be limited by Haaland coming in. Jamal, thank you so much for that super chat. So Sophie, only if you want, I follow you on Instagram? I know your account is private. I would like to DM you explaining my personal issues. Can I add you? You can follow me. I don't think it is on private anymore. I believe it is on public. So you can, Sophie Joe with a kiss on the end. That is my Instagram. If you'd like to give me a follow on there. Hint to anyone in the chat as well. Please give me a follow. I'd appreciate it. But Sophie Joe with a kiss on the end. Zeo, is yours just Zeo Leonardo as well?
Zeo Leonardo. No kisses, just Zeo Leonardo.
Go and follow Zeo Leonardo as well. Ian today, you can't have Haaland and Greenwood. I apologise as well. I believe I took Ian's point. He said, and so I bet he's Bayern. I apologise. I did already think that. I promise you. Good evening to Eve Foley. Good evening to Andrew as well. I hope you're both doing well. We must stay clear of Haaland because Raiola, as his agent, who is a parasite. That's the negative with Haaland, isn't it? His agent, obviously, the previous that we've had with him. But who knows, if Pogba signs a new deal, maybe the relationship wouldn't be so bad with Raiola. I don't know, but we all hate Raiola, let's face it. But does his agent put you off a little bit as well, Theo? Do you think that he's a bit of a con in terms of
Raiola doesn't bother me until the contract's getting low, or if you're trying to bring a player in, that's when Raiola bothers me because I just feel like the amount of money he wants to squeeze, it just puts. As fans, it doesn't really affect our pocket, to be honest. We just want the players, if we be honest. He ain't really bothered what to pay, get the players that we want. But Man United, it really does bother them. So we know when Raiola slaps on 60 mil to sign Haaland out of contract, Man United are going to say no. We know that. But PSG will say yes.
It is like, we're not going to overpay stupid money, you'd think, especially like I said with Ronaldo there. Definitely. Rahul said we really do have Greenwood and Elanga, another one coming through. Both of them are unbelievable talents with Cavani and Ronaldo teaching them. Totally agree with that. I agree with that. And I guess it's a question of how much longer can Ronaldo play, start? Do you know what I mean, in the Premier League? how long can he give us ultimately as well? Because I think that determines the decision of Haaland. If Ronaldo has a fantastic debut season back at United, then obviously I think the need for Haaland would kind of you wouldn't want him as much because you're thinking we've got a player who's firing on all fronts. We don't need that, and like you said, they're not going to overpay as well.
No.
Haaland to Juventus, some assets are there. I'm intrigued to see where he ends up. But in terms of Greenwood getting player of the month, I think it was deserved. I think Pogba was unlucky, to be fair. I have to say it. But Greenwood has been clinical, and like I say, I think he started this season really, really strongly.
My bet now on what's the date? 7th of September, next season, Haaland to Man City. That's my bet.
No, don't say that.
I know, but like it's like a clear path.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They tried Messi, they tried Ronaldo, they tried Kane. That means they've got the money and they want the high profile striker. They got none of them. But next season, we ain't gonna want Haaland. We ain't gonna want Haaland. Chelsea ain't gonna want Haaland really. If Lukaku does well, it's gonna be them or Liverpool. But I don't think Liverpool do deals like that.
Liverpool don't really play with a proper 9, do they? They play with a 3 rotate
as well. Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But obviously, we've got Newcastle at the weekend. First game back after the international break. I'm really hoping Ronaldo starts. I've already said it. I put my neck on the line. I've said he's going to start. People have already clipped it. See, I was atting me already. But what's your thoughts on how confident are you going into this? Because I always think after the international break, it's a bit of a sticky one. But realistically, just before, we didn't play very well against Southampton. Didn't play very well against Wolves. Going to get a result against Wolves. Do we take confidence from that, or do you think it's kind of like a fresh start again after the international break? We go again.
Yeah, it is a fresh start after the international break. And if Ronaldo starts, we don't lose to teams like Newcastle anymore. That is over because Ronaldo is not having it and Bruno's not having it. And he's got someone to back him up with the not having it as well. So, I think if Ronaldo starts, fresh start, teams like Newcastle, no chance against us anymore, I think. Yeah. Even with Fred in there.
I think Newcastle are one of the teams that I said at the start of the season I'll be worried if I was a Newcastle fan. Steve Bruce obviously hasn't done a lot as a manager there. They haven't really invested. They bought Willock in, who they had on loan last season. The player that I fear the most for them is definitely St. Maximin. If player on his day, I think he's so entertaining to watch, and I actually really like him. I would like to see him at United one day. And I know he's probably not the quality of baller you'd like at United, but he just does some mad stuff. He's unpredictable. And even on Twitter and stuff as well, he just seems like a proper funny guy. So, St. Maximin is one that I fear definitely. Because like I say, on his day, I think he can be a bit like a Donny Speaks in the sense that he can be a bit unplayable on his day. Jamal,
that guy's evil on his day.
He's mad.
He's evil. No, that against United, man, he was annoying the hell out of me, man. Jeez, he's evil on his day. How do
you stop that though? Like, you don't really even you're gonna get sent off eventually. Realistically, you keep bringing him down. If he had a football brain, he would be ridiculous. He would absolutely
I feel like Salah used to be a bit like that. Not with the strength, but with the kick it and run past you couldn't stop him. And then Salah found a way how to finish somewhere out of nowhere. Salah could finish. And I think if Adama finds that finishing, oh my gosh, man. I
don't think he'll find it though. I think he's been playing for long enough. I don't think he'll find it.
Wasn't Salah playing for ages though as well? And then it's just like the finishing come out of nowhere. I remember seeing Salah. To be fair. I remember seeing Salah.
Young, I suppose.
Yeah, I remember seeing Salah, and I remember he was always through and goal, and he would never score. And I used to think when Liverpool got him, I thought, "What? I don't care about this guy. Like I don't care." And he's finished out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's been ridiculous to be fair. Jamal, I'll check that. Thank you for the super chat. I do really appreciate it. Alex said I must be relieved about the Wolves result. Your dad would have been unbearable if they won. He would have been. He was very quiet afterwards when he didn't win. To be fair, I'll be honest. I was honest with him. I said we didn't deserve to win that game. We were lucky to win the game, but I'll take it any day of the week. And my dad just said that they just need. I think when Wolves start scoring, they'll be all right. And at the minute, I think they're doing anything but score. I think Jimenez, obviously with his head injury, I'm sure he'll come back into form. I think it's probably a bit of a confidence thing and a bit of a rustiness from him to get back up to speed and whatnot. But yeah, I think Wolves will be all right. I think the way that they've played has actually impressed me. Obviously, goals is a big issue. And I saw, transfer window, they were linked to like Kiefer Moore and players like that. And I'm thinking they need a goal scorer, but Kiefer Moore, really? Like, no, they can do better than that. Your most underrated player, good question this. Your most underrated player in the current United squad? Underrated.
You go first, what I think, if you got one.
Most underrated. People are probably going to hate me, but I'm going to say McTominay. McDominator, as I like to call him. I think he's massively underrated because he's not one of these glamorous players He keeps it ticking. He's driving runs from the middle. Like when he's not playing for me, I think we miss him. His passion in there. Yeah, and then, don't get me wrong, it can be frustrating at times. I'm not denying that, but I do think he gets a lot more stick than he deserves.
See, I can't think of anyone.
Lindelof probably isn't a bad shout.
I was gonna say that. But yeah, every player that comes into my head, I feel like loads of people rate those players and loads of people hate those players.
Yeah, I think McTominay is just, like I say, he can be frustrating at times. I'm not saying he's a finished player yet, but I really rate him as a player. And I also think that local lad, like the spirit and the heart, and like he's a bit of a leader in there. Even though he's young, he's a bit of a leader in there. And I think that grit in there when we don't have him, he's better on the ball than Fred, undeniably. And when he's not playing, I think we really miss it. Fred only plays well when McTominay's there, and I think that's credit to him.
Yeah. I'm looking at Rahul's comments. He said De Gea, and I thought that as well. But then I thought loads of people rate De Gea, like loads. He's hated and rated. Same with Bruno, who he said
It's split, isn't it?
Yeah, he's really hated and really rated. So it's like that's not underrated, is it?
Yeah. Wan-Bissaka, someone said there as well. So I don't know if Wan-Bissaka is.
That's another one. I feel like loads of people love him, and loads of people think, nah, he's not anything.
I think defensively, loads of people rate him, but going forward, a lot of people don't rate him. But I think that's pretty much everyone. So I agree where the statement's coming from in terms of a lot of people don't rate him going forwards. But
I saw it.
Underrated. He's underrated, definitely. I saw Rio apologise about his comments about Phil Jones, actually, which I'm glad he did do, because I did.
What did he say?
Across the line. He made comments about Phil Jones being injured all the time and stuff like that, and apparently Phil Jones has obviously been going through a lot, and Rio didn't know about that. In terms of injuries, and he apologised for it. He said he crossed the line, which I thought fair enough. Look, he apologised, but look, we're all saying the same thing about Phil Jones. Like, when was the last time he played? Come on, look, something needs to happen. Like, I can't believe it. Luke Shaw until last season. Then if I can still question his talent and worth, but I think the Euros kind of opened a lot of people's eyes, didn't it? I think obviously he did it for United week in, week out, but I think a lot of like opposition fans saw him playing for England. And I think the kind of realised actually, Luke Shaw's he's on fire at the minute.
Bad boy player. I have to admit as well, there was a stage where I thought he's not good enough for Man United. As soon as Telles came in, straight away it just switched up for me. Amazing.
Jose ruined him. Basically,
he did.
Obviously, he had that horrible injury. He had that horrible injury, and then he come back, and obviously he fought to come back, and then he was told he was overweight and whatnot.
Even when he had a good game, and Jose was like, "Oh no, that wasn't him. That was his body and my brain," and like, oh my god, as a player, hearing stuff like that, so demotivating, man.
Mad, honestly, it is demotivating. You know what, Phil Jones, no doubt about it, he's had his injuries, and that must be so frustrating for him as a player. Don't get me wrong, so frustrating. And my qualms aren't really with Phil Jones, to be fair. Like, obviously, I respect him as a human being. And we have banter and stuff, but it's just banter. Like, he's a human being, and I respect that. But I think you have to question the club, like giving him a new contract and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I know he's a decent human being. I'm not questioning that, but giving extra contracts to players who haven't played in so long, really bad injury record. It's not the best thing for the club, is it? We talk about like debts and stuff like that, and then you're giving players like that new contracts. Just doesn't make sense. And I think that's more the point that the fans are coming from. I don't think it's a personal agenda against Phil Jones, even though he has done some like mean faces and whatnot and tackles with his head and stuff that we all love and we laugh at. But like I say, like, I respect him as a human being, but I think it's the way the club have managed that whole situation. And it's not just been him in the past. We've seen other players being given contract extensions when you're questioning it to do with age or whether it's to do with injuries. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't agree with the insults to the player itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. You ain't got beef with Phil Jones. You got beef with whoever offered him 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got like 3 years left, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he hasn't played.
Like, he didn't deserve that contract. Like, regardless whether he's a decent human, you know what I mean? He's just not
nonsensical. Yeah. There was no sense to that contract. There was no. Yeah.
But it is what it is. We move on, and like I say, realistically, shouldn't be getting a look in. We've still got the likes of, obviously Varane, Lindelof. You know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't be anywhere near the starting lineup realistically. But Toon's not going out on loan, so you never see what happens with Phil Jones in terms of cups and whatnot. But of course, we wish him all the best. I just don't think he should have got a new deal. But Newcastle, I've got to be honest, I'm feeling confident going into this one. I think the international break got kind of come at a good time for us because we weren't playing well. Players have obviously gone away and stuff, and now Ronaldo has been announced in the meantime and whatnot as well. Coming back in, training with Ronaldo, seeing what he's just done, breaking records and whatnot, it's going to fill you with confidence, isn't it? I do expect us to score a few goals against Newcastle, to be honest with you.
Newcastle, what you say? Do you say 2-0?
I think United. No, I said I think we'll score a few goals. So I'm
Oh,
thinking more 4.
4-0. 4
4. You know what? Sorry, yeah, 4-0.
4-0.
Yeah, man, I'm going for it.
Do I dare to go against Mystic Soph? Do I dare? Yeah, I do.
Go on,
2-0.
I'm just being optimistic. 2-0 for you.
Yeah.
Who's scoring then?
Who's starting? So many. That's what I'm going to ask you every time now because we've got so many that play up there. Greenwood scoring, Innie. Greenwood scoring.
I hope so.
If Ronaldo starts, Ronaldo probably scores both of them because everyone's scared and passes to Ronaldo.
I would love Ronaldo to score. I would love him to score. And I love him to score an absolute worldie as well.
Yeah.
You said it earlier, he shuts the haters up. I really hope he does that, honestly, on Saturday.
Don't shut the haters up, though, because then the next
I
thing
would
is
also
it's only
love to see
Newcastle. It's only Newcastle. That's what they'll say. Haters just find anything to say about anything.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can only be what's in front of you. So that's my motto. I would love to see Cavani scoring a scream out. Big respect to Cavani for letting Ronaldo have his shirt as well. What a guy he is. What an absolute legend. We all love Edison Cavani. I saw people actually giving his stick. There was rumours that he wouldn't give his number up for Ronaldo. And I saw people actually giving Cavani stick. And I'm thinking, what are you playing at?
Silly, innit? Like,
you know what I mean? It's a number. Like,
yeah, if I was there, I would have gave it him. So what? Like, do you get what I mean?
Oh, I would. If Ronaldo,
Would you?
I'd
be like, mate, nah. I had a 6 season last season. Like, you ain't taking the number. You can have it. I'm gone next year. You can have it then. I might even go in January. You can have it then.
It's Ronaldo, man. You can't not give it to him. XS the Red Zone says 3-0. Acid says 1-0. 3-0 United, Greenwood, Ronaldo, and Bruno to score. 3-1 says Alex, Greenwood, Bruno, and Ronaldo to score. Yeah, I'm going to say 4-0. I think Greenwood will score. I'm going to say Ronaldo scores. I'm going to say Varane scores. I'm getting
No, you're taking the mick now.
And I'm going to say Pogba.
You're taking the mick now. Varane
I'm just getting too hyped. You know when you ain't seen United play for a bit and you just hope this happens and it's going to be like some boring, like, I'm not even going to say 0-0, like the jinxie like that, but I'm going to say a 1-0 straight win, like against Wolves or something like that. Yeah, hopefully that's not the case. I'm hoping for some goals. Ronaldo's back. I'm just feeling positive. 2-0 Cavani and Pogba to score, says Rahul. Lawbreaker's going to be for 3-0 as well. And Rahul says there what we all think. We love Cavani to bits. But guys, this has been an absolutely fantastic show. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in. If you are new, please hit that like button, of course, and hit the sub button as well. Make sure you go and follow Zeo. Zeo, let people know where they can find you on all your socials.
Every time. Zeo Leonardo on every social, whatever you want to find. Whatever you use, just type that one in, except for TikTok, because I don't like that. Safe.
Yeah, go and make sure you follow Zeo. You're doing taking names again, I believe, aren't you, on your channel?
I've been trying to do it on Twitch. I've been testing out Twitch. So Zeo Leonardo on Twitch, and I do that thing where you saw that I did on here with the people's names and the lyrics.
Yeah, taking names.
I haven't got a specific day, so just follow me and you'll see what day I'm doing it on.
Yeah, definitely go and check that out. 100%. We had a great time doing it. We'll have to do another one at some point as well. Everyone who we was here would definitely back me up on that. It was fantastic. But yeah, roll on. United back playing this weekend. I know England are still in to play this week, but realistically, we don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about Manchester United. We want to talk about Donny hopefully getting some minutes at some point. Ronaldo obviously back. We can't wait. Definitely cannot wait for that. You know, it feels like, I don't know, I feel like a kid at Christmas in terms of Ronaldo coming back. Like, I'm just absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing me. I don't know what it is. I just keep, every time I see a picture, I have to like question it. Like,
you have to like
real?
tweet Viva
so
Ronaldo.
To see Photoshops. Yeah.
Viva Ronaldo every time you see something, because that's all I noticed you're tweeting.
Yeah, that's all I tweeted for the last week or so. I just can't help it. But yeah, guys, make sure you follow Zeo. Please follow me on all socials as well. Like I already mentioned, Soph Show on Twitter. It's Soph Show with just a kiss on the end of it for Instagram as well. If you want to head over and follow me there, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, thank you to everybody. Thank you for all the super chats. It's been a really good show. We'll be back with more content this week, definitely. I'm on a Newcastle channel on Thursday. I know that. Hopefully, Kendall will be coming on for a preview before the game as well on Saturday. I'll tweet out and let you guys know as well. But until next time, guys, take care, look after yourselves, and we will see you soon.